Hey, it's Job, and let's get journaling. So today we are creating a 2-page spread in my Midori Traveler's Notebook, and I apologize for uploading another journal with me video. I feel like I haven't really changed things up, but I'm just in a journaling mood lately. And if my voice still sounds a little bit squeaky, I'm still a little bit sick, so I'm sorry. But today we are creating a 2-page spread, and I'm using a lot of elements that I've used before. I'm in a journaling kick, but I haven't really diversified or changed my style in a bit. I know I want to revisit my older journaling style with more ticket stubs and more found items. The thing is, I just haven't been collecting things, which is a little bit strange. I wish I had more ticket stubs and other things. I guess ever since I moved back to Vancouver, there just hasn't been a lot of ephemera that I've collected, and I don't really bring my Polaroid or my Instax camera around all the time, so I can't incorporate those instant film photos in every spread. But I found these papers in my paper stash, and this was from a pen pal. Her name's Claire. Go check her Instagram out. She creates beautiful spreads and awesome Happy Mail packages, so I'll leave that link down below. And I was going to use both of these papers because, I don't know, they invoke the feeling of spring. And funny enough, I talked about spring in my past video. I think it was just my, Journal With Me number 31. And I was saying how it was so sunny lately, and then Vancouver was hit with a crazy snowstorm. It doesn't really snow here very often, even though it is part of Canada. I mean, Vancouver is in Canada, but a lot of people think that Canada is just super cold and always snowing, but Vancouver is pretty much like Seattle. It's more of a rainy city. So when rain and snow came together the past few weeks, it was just a little bit crazy. The city pretty much shut down. So if I have any clips, I'll insert it here. But yeah, it was crazy. I think it was like 10 centimeters of snow. So spring feels kind of far away. So this spread in hindsight looks a little bit ridiculous because it looks like a frozen tundra outside right now. But I digress. That flower in the middle of the journal spread is actually from, I think it's from a book called Roses, and I talked about cutting out a whole bunch of flowers before in an earlier journal with me. I basically just fussy cut all those flowers out so I can use them in journal spreads more easily, because I just don't want to spend my time cutting out flowers. So when I actually had that burst of energy and felt like cutting, I actually just went for it and I cut out a whole bunch of flowers. I didn't end up using that same floral-y pink and white flower paper. I just used the back of this, what is this called? I guess it looks like map paper. And I also have this typewritten piece. It's a quote, so I can't really quite see it, but I'll try. It says, "Sometimes when things are falling apart, they are actually falling into place." So I really like that quote, and kind of resonates with me in my current, I don't know, position in terms of life and work and everything. But yeah, I love that quote, and I actually use a typewriter to use that. I don't own a typewriter, but there is a letter writing club at the Regional Assembly of Text in Vancouver. It's down on Main if you live in Vancouver, and I think it's on every first Thursday of every month. They hold a letter writing club after hours, so around 6 o'clock or 7:30. No, I think it is 6:30, sorry. And you can come in and use their typewriters. And I actually, it's funny, I've written letters at that letter writing club, but I actually just use that time to use their typewriters. So I type out a lot of my favorite quotes, and sometimes I'll even type out my whole like journaling for the day, because it's just so nice having access to a working typewriter. I don't have a typewriter. It's on my wish list, and I just can't bite the bullet. I know you can find them for cheap and you can just repair them, but I'm not the handiest person out there, sadly. I would love to be more handy and to be more hands-on and be able to repair things, but I feel like investing in a working typewriter would probably be easier, because it's less chances for mistakes and ruining a beautiful typewriter. So if you know anyone who's selling theirs for cheaper, let me know, because I really want one. I really don't have space for it though, but it would just be so amazing to incorporate typewritten pieces into journal spreads, or even just use it for everyday life. Like if you need to write some notes for yourself, you can use the typewriter. Not everything has to be digital, but I digress. So I pulled out my Bushwick stamp set. This is my favorite alphabet stamp set. This is from Kelly Perky's shop. I'll link it down below. I know it's sold out, but they have something similar, and I believe it's in like not lowercase fonts. It's in it's in uppercase, so it's uppercase letters, but it still has the same effect. It's an outline alphabet stamp. And I pulled out this journaling card with orange, purple, and pink leaves from my, I think it's from the Lovers set. It's from my Lovers journaling card set. And I'll be creating more journaling cards soon. I really want to create journaling cards for every major holiday or big event. So I'll try to do something for Easter and maybe International Women's Day. So keep a lookout on my Instagram for that. But I'll obviously be announcing it on YouTube as well. And as you can see, I am using a glue stick, which is a little bit crazy because, as you all know, I'm not a big fan of glue sticks. But since this flower piece is so fragile, I feel like the tape runner would just drag the leaves and break the leaves. So I went with a more gentler approach, and he actually used a glue stick. The thing is, I don't really want to use this glue stick up because it's a glue stick from Korea and it kind of holds some sentimental value. I don't know, it's just one of my last few tangible objects that I use on a daily basis from Korea. So I feel like when I finish this, it kind of signifies an end of an era. Maybe I'm just looking into it too deeply. And I just adhered that onto the spread. So this spread is more of, I don't know, it's more of a collage piece because there isn't that much room to journal, unlike my other spreads. So I guess that's all right. And I pulled out this Distress Oxide ink. So it was a mistake that I made in Journal With Me 31, where I said that I was using a distress ink. This is in fact a Distress Oxide ink. So it apparently reacts a little bit differently than regular distress ink. So that's my mistake, but it's still a really cool ink. And I'm using fossilized amber, and I made a mistake because obviously this yellow color is not going to appear on that I guess that peachy orangey matte paper. So I actually did a test stamp on this scrap piece of paper, and the test stamping already looked good, so I just kind of cut it out and left a bit of torn edges on both sides of it, and it looks great actually. I think we're almost done here. I wanted to incorporate some other elements because this is a little bit too plain for my liking, and I haven't used any washi tapes, which is a little bit alarming. I don't know what happened. I feel like I just like stepped out of frame, but I think I was grabbing a pencil crayon. Yeah, I wanted to incorporate some sort of texture to the spread, so I am gonna go in with an orange or red pencil crayon. I keep saying pencil crayon, but I know most people call them colored pencils. There you go. Pencil crayon just rolls off the tongue, but I ended up using a pencil crayon. I used it again to kind of draw these leaves. You'll see it in a couple of seconds. And as usual, I am cleaning on screen. Do you clean as you go when you journal? Because I started doing it and it kind of made a difference, because sometimes when I journal, by the end of the journaling session or by the end of the night, I just have a messy desk and it kind of just irks me. So I've been starting to clean as I go, and it really makes a world of difference. And now I'm finally showing you the leaves that I'm making. They kind of look like, I don't want to say leeches, but they kind of do look like leeches. Maybe not, but they're just kind of these free form leaves, and I was just going to leave them as outlines. I thought that I wasn't going to color them in, but I ended up coloring in a few of them. As you can see, I think the camera didn't capture it because I ran out of battery or memory card space, but yeah, I just colored in a few of them, and I think it really just tied it in together. It kind of matches the orange in that little rose that I cut out, and also that journaling card that had orange and pink colors on it. And then I'm just journaling with my TWSBI Diamond 580, and this is the completed spread. It's not the most elaborate, and funny enough, I did not use any washi tapes, which is a little bit weird. I feel like I didn't mean to do that, but I did it anyways. So yeah, this is the completed spread. Thank you so much for watching, and don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and share this video with all your stationery obsessed friends. Please let me know what type of videos you'd like to see in the future, because I am running out of ideas. Thanks for watching, everyone. I'll see you all next time. Bye.